Hi everyone, hope you're well. So it is Tuesday the 14th of May 2013 and I've been working on a dice game all day that I had an idea for yesterday during all my, idea generation. There's a couple of other ideas that I want to pursue also, but I figured I'd do this dice game first because it's the most simple idea. And it's deceptively simple because it's still taking me all day to work out the exact balance I want and the exact it's going to have like custom dice with symbols on. I'm not going to give away what the theme is just yet, but it's like a custom dice game with different symbols on the dice, and so I had to kind of work out what symbols I wanted and what they did and find the right balance, which took quite a while because I thought I had a good idea, and then when you actually go to play test it, you suddenly realise that the probabilities in your mind of what you think will work well doesn't actually work well in practice, and so it's playtesting is really great, and a dice game is especially simple to do that because, like I was saying, with a lot of the games I want to flash prototype them as well for kind of play testing and switching about and stuff. I was saying that with the card game idea, and I'm still going to do that with the card game idea because it's a lot more complicated. But with the dice game, I can actually just get a bunch. Actually, you can't see them they're out of shot, but I can actually just like get a bunch of dice and just try it out because although the dice are meant to have symbols on, obviously I just designate a number to each signal, so it takes a fraction longer, but then when I'm doing it all day I kind of just memorise which number's meant to be which symbol. But anyway, yeah, so that has been a lot of fun, and I think I've actually got it to a point where I'm just looking at it now. I think I've got it to a point where I'm actually happy with the balance of the game, and I've been play testing it, pretending to be 4 players, and it seems to work really well. And it had a thing where there's tokens for points, and I was trying to decide how many tokens you should get to win, and then it was difficult because I thought, oh, maybe you should have 12 tokens to win, but I've been working out the logistics of it as well on Game Crafter that I keep on mentioning. I'm kind of designing it around what is possible to produce with the stuff on there, and I really want it to be one of the small boxes, so I worked out just how much you can squeeze into them and realised these glass tokens that I want to use, I can easily squeeze in about 24 if I also want to have all the dice and bags. So there's a bag for the dice and a bag for the tokens. And so I was thinking, well, 12 tokens to win 2 players, that's enough. But then what if you want more than 2 players? Then you don't have enough tokens. And then I realised, well, this is how long it takes, takes 5-10 minutes playing it very, very fast on my own, knowing the game inside out, not actually playing it with friends, chatting, taking it at a leisurely pace. It seems like a good short length of time to roll the dice enough times in order to get 24 tokens in total, like regardless of the number of players. So I figured I'll just have 24 tokens, and I'll say the game finishes when all the tokens are gone, which actually works with the theme as well, which again I'm keeping secret, but the idea of the tokens running out once they've all been collected makes a lot of sense. So I'm doing it that way, and then just whoever has the most tokens when they've all run out wins. And if you want to play again, it's quite a short game. It's a bit quicker than something like Zombie Dice. Oh no, I mean it's a little bit longer than something like Zombie Dice, but it's not that much longer. And actually, I'm a fan of Zombie Dice, and for those of you who know it. And like at the beginning of coming up with this dice game, I was having to try really hard not to just copy zombie dice, but slowly, bit by bit, because some bits were like heavily influenced by, and then I sort of, for a long time, the game, lots of it was sort of like zombie dice plus this mechanic or this difference, so that I'm not just ripping it off. But I've actually changed enough things now where it's actually a completely different game, and it's yeah, it is completely different now. There's like 5 different things on the dice, and instead of 3, and you know, it is a completely different game, so it's cool. So I'm happy with that. It was a good starting point, and actually some of the better ideas I got came from going and just sort of like researching dice games, like not commercial dice games, but just like actual, just old school, like medieval and Victorian dice games, and how a lot of them work. And I got some really good ideas from that. So research for the win. So that is cool. So I'm pretty happy with it. I think the next stage I'm going to make a Flash version of it, and probably get my friends to test it first, and I might put a link to a Flash version of it on here, as there's not that many of you who watch these videos, so you're like my little secret club. So yeah, I might link it in these videos. We'll see how happy I feel with it, because I mean, it might not be terribly polished, or if I'm not 100% happy with it, then I'll just I won't want to share it with everyone, because I'll just find it like cringeworthy. But I think I'm happy with the gameplay, which means that I guess the next thing I would need to do is to get some graphic design done for the dice labels and like a box art. And then once I'm happy with the actual gameplay, which I think I am, but I'll see how I feel tomorrow, I'll actually stick it up on the game creator and I'll see what people think. But I feel like it needs to be game tested by some other people first to make sure that is good before I actually go ahead and then try selling cheap copies of it and see if it's popular or not. But anyway, so that's what I've been up to today. And yeah, and it feels pretty good pursuing kind of like a simple idea first, because I thought it would be super simple, and it's taken me all day, and although I feel it's kind of finished, I think it's not quite finished still. So it gives me an idea of what more complicated ideas are going to be like, because I've done more complicated ideas before, but only like for fun kind of thing, and in Flash games, and a lot of my Flash games tend to feel kind of unfinished, and I'm just like, oh, that'll do, throw it out there. But with these projects, because they're going to be actual physical products, I'm taking a lot more seriously, and I want to kind of make sure it feels more correct, more, I want to say more perfect, but obviously there's no such thing, but I want them to feel like they're more solid and as good as I can make them. So anyway, I hope you're well, and my brain's still kind of on the game, so I'm zoning out slightly. I don't really have anything else to talk about, because that's what I dedicated my day to doing. Dedicated my whole day to today. Is that blur? I can't think of the right way to say it. Anyway, I hope you're well, and I'll leave it here, because in case you can't tell, I seem to be a little zoned out because I'm just thinking about the game, and I will see you tomorrow.